Hello everybody, this is Robert, welcoming you to another edition of strat-o-matic Replay, and we are presenting the 1919 World Series between the Chicago White Sox and the Cincinnati Reds to see, did the White Sox truly throw the World Series? Today we have a little bit of an issue, because if you can take a look at your screens, you will see that as I scroll down, you'll see games 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got a problem. Today we've got game 9. So we've already changed history, and we somehow were able to get this game, the series, go the distance. Now I'll be completely honest with you, I did not think I would get this series to the distance. I thought this series would have ended in maybe 6 or 7 or even at least 8 games with me playing the Cincinnati Reds to beat the best team in that year, the Chicago White Sox. I'm struck. I'm really kind of shocked in this because I actually have made this series go 9 games, and I actually have a chance to beat this team, okay? And remember, the White Sox did lose, but it was touted as they threw it. They threw the World Series. And of course, we know that strat-o-matic is not playing it that way. At least we don't think so. But we got a 9th game to play, so this is game 9. But the problem with doing the replay is that, well, as we go to strat-o-matic, you'll realize, well, there is no game 9 starting lineup. So what do we do here? Well, since the computer is playing the White Sox, I've decided to, and I got to click the starter. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick my starter first. And Eller, Sally, and Ruther are all tired. Okay, according to strat-o-matic. If that's the case, then we've got Roy Fisher, who was 14-5 with a 2.17. Luke at 9-3 with a 2.63. Ring, who was 10-9 with a 2.26 ERA. Gerner 1-0, and Mitchell. I'm going to allow Roy Fisher to pitch this game. So Fisher is going to start. I select him to start for the Reds. Now, for the White Sox. And now you see the starting lineup suddenly come up for that. So it's going to be Rath, Daubert, Groh, Roush, Neal. Now, for the White Sox, we have to choose a pitcher for the White Sox. Chakotay is tired. Williams is tired. Faber is tired. Chakotay is the best pitcher, but with a tired pitcher, we really can't take him in this case. Bill James, 7-7, 3.72 ERA. Kerr, 13-7, 2.89 ERA. Loudermilk, who I don't think has pitched at all in this series, 5-5 with a 2.56. Wilkinson, 1-1. Sullivan, 0-1. And Erskine Mayer. Kerr is 0-2 in this series with an 8.49 ERA. And then of course there's James, 7-7. Chakotay is tired. He's the best pitcher on that team. He's a tired pitcher. His fatigue level is 5. We know for a fact he can't really. We know for a fact he's the best pitcher. Would the White Sox have started him in the final game? Perhaps. But since I'm taking a pitcher that, in my opinion, is not tired, I got to do the same. So I'm going to give it to Dickie Kerr. Dickie Kerr is going to start for the White Sox. Now, for those of you who think I maybe made a change on this, I decided no. It's going to be Fisher versus Kerr. This is the Game 9 lineup. The computer has made its moves for the lineup because of the pitcher I chose. Since I chose my pitcher first, I let the computer choose the lineup for this game. So, I think it's all set. Let's go play ball and see what happens.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Everybody, welcome to Comiskey Park. Not exactly a great day out there. This is Game 9, the final game of the 1919 World Series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Chicago White Sox. The series is tied at 4. The winner here wins the series. Let's take a look. Starting pitcher for the White Sox will be Dickie Kerr in 1919. 13 wins, 7 losses, 2.89 ERA. Definitely definitely capable of winning it. Leading off for the Reds will be Maury Rath in the top of the first. Here we go. And it starts off with a base hit to center field. Felsch will have to throw it in, and the Reds get the leadoff runner at first, and the batter now is Jake Daubert. Daubert hits a deep fly out to center, 1 out. And now we shall see Heine Groh. Groh grounds one to Weaver, to Collins, to Gandil, and the inning is over. Bottom of the first. That's a double play. Pitching for the Reds will be Ray Fisher. In 1919, 14 wins, 5 losses, 2.17 ERA. Very capable of trying to win the World Series for the Reds. Today we'll see if the fix truly is in. Leading off for the Chicago White Sox will be Nemo Leibold. And that's a fly ball to right. Neal makes the play, 1 out. And here's Eddie Collins. Collins has had an excellent series, batting .429. And he's going to get himself a key base hit. That's a single. Collins goes to first. And now Buck Weaver coming up. He's running. We throw, and he's out of there. Bill Raritan makes a strike right to second. And we get Collins out at second. That's 2 men away. And Weaver still at the plate. And Weaver gets a base hit. So Weaver goes to first. So maybe it's a very, that's huge that we got him out at second, because the White Sox probably would have scored. Here is Shoeless Joe Jackson. In my opinion, very, very disappointing. A .233 average for the series, 7 runs batted in. I expected a lot more out of Joe Jackson in this series. Weaver can't get the lead. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to Rath, and the inning is over. We go to the second. Here's Ed Roush for the Reds. And that's a clean double. Roush will go to second, and will bring up Greasy Neal. Neal lines one right to Weaver, snares it, 1 out. Here's Larry Koff. He's had he's an excellent series. .355 average, 3 doubles, 7 RBIs. That's a ground ball to Collins. He will make the play. Roush moves over to third. And now Bill Raritan. Raritan is not played in every game. He batted 167. He's got a couple of runs batted in. And he strikes out to end the inning. Bottom of the second. Here's Happy Felsch for the White Sox. Felsch is going to pitch a pop fly ball to short, and Koff will make the play, 1 out. And now here's Chick Gandil batting .265 for the series. That's a pop out to second. Rath will make the play. And now Swede Risberg. Definitely the most disappointing player on the White Sox. Only batted .152, 1 RBI. Here's the pitch to Risberg. And he lines out right to Daubert. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the third. And here's Sherry McGee to lead it off for the Reds. McGee this is only his second start, I think. He's got 4 at bats, so he hasn't been much. I used him as a pinch hitter a number of times. McGee grounds one to Weaver, 1 out. And now we shall see Ray Fisher. Fisher hits a single to left, a base hit for the pitcher. Jackson will have to throw it in. And the Reds get the man on first. And now the batter is Maury Rath. Rath grounds one right to Gandil. He'll make the play. He'll throw to second for the force. Rath takes over at first. And now we shall see Jake Daubert. Daubert smacks a deep fly out to center, but a great play by Felsch. And that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the third. Ray Schalk leads off for the White Sox. He batted .240 in this series. 3 runs batted in. He grounds one to Koff at short for the out. And now we shall see Dickie Kerr. Kerr strikes out, 2 away. And now here is Leibold. He had a good series, batted .353, but that one is a strikeout. At the end of 3, no score. Game 9, final game of the 1919 World Series between the Reds and the White Sox, tied at 4. Heine Groh leads off, top of the 4th inning. That's a strikeout. And we'll now see Ed Roush. Roush is going to hit a single to right. Liebold will toss it in. And the batter now is Neal. Neal hits a single to center. We're going to try to send the runner. Roush is being waved to third. They're going to cut off the throw. And now the Reds have runners at first and third with Larry Koff up at the plate batting .344. 7 RBIs. Larry Koff has been excellent in this series. So Dickie Kerr has his work cut out for him, but my boy Larry Koff is up. Here's the pitch. That's a single to right. Liebold left to throw it in. I'll send the lead runner. They're going to hold Koff at first, but the run scores, and the Reds lead the final game 1-0. Again, Koff comes through. And now the batter is Bill Raritan. Raritan walks. And now the bases are loaded for Sherry McGee. We'll take a quick look at him real quick. In 1919, batted only .215. He did have 163 at-bats, no homers, 21 RBIs. He's capable. It's a big, big at-bat right now. The Reds have a very big chance to take control of the game. Here's the pitch to McGee. It's a ground ball to third. The runner on third, Neal, is out. Koff takes second. Koff takes third. Raritan takes second. McGee goes to first. So they get the force out at home, and now it's up to Ray Fisher, the pitcher. Well, can he help himself? Nope. Fly ball to right, and with the bases loaded, the Reds can only get 1 run, but it's a big one. Cincinnati 1, Chicago 0, bottom of the 4th. Eddie Collins batting .448. What a series. And that one, however, is a fly out to center, and we got 1 down. And we'll now see Buck Weaver. Weaver hits a fly ball to right. I've been animating the X chart. This is actually the last time I'll be doing it. I'm actually not a fan of doing this. And that's going to be an error. It's a base error by Neal. Weaver goes to first. That's the first error on the Reds. Usually when the Reds commit an error, the White Sox take advantage of it. Shoeless Joe Jackson is up. If anybody needs to make a play for his team, it's got to be him. And he will come through. That's a triple. Run scores. Jackson to third. It's tied up. What a time for Shoeless to come through for the White Sox. And now Happy Felsch is the batter. Felsch hits a ground ball to Rath. He will make the play over to Daubert. Jackson has to hold. And now the batter is Chick Gandil. Chick Gandil is batting .257. Risberg is the next batter, and I'm going to pitch to Gandil, even though I was thinking maybe walking him and pitching to Risberg. But if Risberg happens to make a big play, then I got Schalk batting up. Here's the pitch to Gandil. That's a fly ball to right. This time, can Neal, excellent range, can he make the play this time? Yes, he can. He will make the play to end the inning. Cincinnati 1, Chicago 1, top of the 5th. Maury Rath leads off for the Reds. Fly ball center. Felsch makes the catch, 1 out. Something tells me this game is going to go right down to the wire. Here's Daubert for the Reds. Single center field. This time Felsch will toss it into the infield. And Daubert stays at first. And now here is Groh. Groh's had also a very good series. Excellent. Batting .316, a double, a triple, and 4 runs batted in. But that one's going to be a double play to end the inning. Bottom of the 5th. And here is Risberg for the White Sox. Line out right to Daubert, 1 down. And now we'll see Schalk. Ground ball right to Rath. He'll toss it over to Daubert for the 2nd out. And now Dickie Kerr. Kerr grounds one right back to Fisher. It's a quiet inning. 3 up, 3 down. 6th inning coming up. Here is Roush. Roush is going to get a base hit. He'll go to first. A big hit there. As Roush will hold up at the bag. And now we'll see Greasy Neal. And I'm going to take a look at Neal. I know Neal's got a good chance to bunt. A very good bunter. Not a good hit and runner. Neal, however, batting .313. You got to let him hit. Here's the pitch. He will come through. It's a base hit. Roush takes second. Runners at first and second. Now nobody out. The corners are in, and Koff comes up to bat. 8 RBIs. Larry Koff has not let the Reds down in this whole series. Can he make the big hit? Nope. It's a ground ball to third. It's a 5-4-3 double play. But Roush moves over to third, and now Bill Raritan has a chance to be a big hero. Here's the pitch to Raritan. Ground ball to Collins. Collins, excellent range. Can he make the play? Yes, he will. And it ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning now. Nemo Leibold to lead off for the White Sox. Fly ball to right. Neal makes the catch, 1 out. And now here's Eddie Collins. I'll tell you right now, if the fix was in, it was not because Collins didn't play well. Here's the pitch to Eddie. Eddie grounds 1 to Koff at short. He'll make the play, 2 down. And now the batter is Weaver. Split card comes up a base hit. That's a single. Weaver goes to first. And once again, Joe Jackson, 1 for 2 with a triple, has a chance to make another big hit. He's been quiet the whole series. Can he make another big one? Ground ball to Daubert. Daubert, very good range. It's going to be an error by Daubert. Weaver takes second. That is the second error on the Reds. And now the batter is Felsch, who's batted .324. This is a big pitch. Here it comes. Fly ball to right. Neal will make the catch to end the threat. 6 are gone. Reds and White Sox tied at 1. Game 9 of the 1919 World Series. The series is tied at 4 games apiece. What a replay this has been, people. I really did not think we'd be going a whole 9 games. I kind of really thought the White Sox would have beaten my Reds, probably 5 games to 2 or 5 games to 3, considering how good that team was. Well, people, let's see what happens. Top of the 7th, Sherry McGee is the leadoff batter for the Reds. He walks. That's a big walk. McGee goes to first, and the batter is Fisher. Fisher, let's see here. He actually batted .271. That's good enough for me to let him swing away. And I'm going to do just that. But he strikes out. Top of the lineup for the Reds, here's Maury Rath. Rath is going to ground into a nice 6-4-3 to end the inning. Who led the National League in fielding at first base for 5 straight years from 51 to 55? That would be Ted Kluszewski with the Reds. How about that? Bottom of the 7th inning. Both pitchers are pitching a great game. Chick Gandil leads off for the White Sox against Fisher. And that's going to be a line out to short. And now we shall see Swede Risberg. That's a fly ball to right. Neal will make the play. And now here's Schalk. That's a base hit. Roush will get it, collect it, toss it into Koff. Schalk on at first. And now the batter is Kerr. And will he let him pitch? Will let him bat, I should say. Yes, he does, but he grounds out to Rath at second, and the inning ends. We go to the 8th, still tied at 1. Jake Daubert for the Reds. Fly ball to center. Felsch makes the play. 1 out. Heine Groh. Are you people getting as excited as I am to see how this ends up? Here's the pitch to Groh. Groh's going to collect. He's going to hit a line out right to Risberg. Will make the play. 2 outs. And now the batter is Ed Roush. Walk. So Roush goes to first. Greasy Neal is up for the Reds. And he lines it right to Weaver, who puts it away. Bottom of the 8th. Nemo Leibold to lead it off for the White Sox. Fisher still pitching well. Not showing any signs of slowing down. Let's just make sure here. I'll visit the mound and see how he's doing. And he says he's just fine. Here we go. Bottom of the 8th. Ground ball to third. Grove's got very good range. Can he make the play? Yes, he can. It's a ground out, 1 out. And now Collins. Collins, who has done very, very well. Had an excellent game, but this one he grounds out to short. Koff will get the play, throw it over to Dalbert, and we go to Buck Weaver. Weaver smacks a long fly ball deep. It's going to bounce off the wall. Weaver is going to go to third. It's a triple, and look who is up, Shoeless Joe Jackson. He's hit a triple today. He's 1 for 3. He's batting .242 in the series. But if Jackson can get Weaver home, if he can get Weaver home, I think all will be forgiven. Jackson has 8 RBIs. Ray Fisher, I got to let him pitch. I think Fisher was the guy to pitch to Jackson in this play. I'm going to let Fisher go. Going to give him his shot. Bottom of the 8th inning. This is a close one. Actually, you know what? Before we play, let me take a look at my visiting lineup and see who else is available. I got Luke, I got Ring, I got Gerner, who I don't think I even used. I don't know if he even pitched anything, Gerner, in this game, and I got Mitchell. Jackson is let's see here. Let's have a look at Jackson real quick. Shoeless Joe Jackson, he's a lefty. What would you guys do? Would you bring in a left-handed pitcher to pitch to Jackson? Or would you let Fisher go? Fisher, this is a tough game, but you know what? Sometimes you want to beat the best, you're going to have to beat the best. I'm going to let Fisher bat. Big play right here to Jackson. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to third. Grove make the play, throws it over to Dalbert, and we're going to the 9th, tied at 1. People, can you absolutely believe how this game is turning out? Bottom of the 9th, Larry Koff for the Reds. Strikeout. Bill Raritan now. The pitch to Raritan. Raritan hits a fly out to right. Liebold makes the play near the warning track. 2 down. And now here is McGee. Pop out to short. Risberg makes the play. Bottom of the 9th inning. Tied at 1. Ray Fisher, I'm going to take a look at him and see if he's ready to see how he's doing here. He says he's okay. I'm going to let Fisher stay up there. Bottom of the 9th, Happy Felsch, batting .316. Has a chance. Here's the pitch. It's a single to right. The championship run is on first base. Neal will have to throw it in, and now the batter is Chick Gandil, who's 0 for 3. Fisher looks at Raritan. He can't get the lead. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to Rath. Rath's got very good range. Can he make the play? Yes, he will. It's a great play. The runner on first, Felsch, is out, but Gandil is now on first, and here is Swede Risberg, batting .139, a pitcher who has, not pitcher, but the shortstop for the White Sox, who has had a very tough series. Can Risberg be the hero? He can't get the lead. Here's the pitch. Nope, it's a ground ball, but he moves Gandil over to second. Ray Schalk has a chance now to end it. The championship runs at second base. Here's the pitch to Schalk. Schalk gets a base hit. Gandil scores from second. The game is over. The White Sox win it. Ray Schalk smacks the championship base hit. There is no way that they were gonna get Gandil. He scores. It's 2-1 White Sox. The White Sox win the 1919 World Series. What a ball game. What a game. What a series. I still can't believe this actually went 9 games, but it does. and the White Sox are the champions of baseball, but I got to be a little proud of myself. We took them the distance. A very good baseball team. The Reds would not go away. What a way to end the series on a walk-off base hit by Ray Schalk. Ball game, series, Chicago White Sox are the champions. Let's take a look at the final box score. Ed Roush was 3 for 3 in this game for the Reds. Greasy Neal 2 for 4. Grove didn't get any hits, neither did Raritan McGee. For the White Sox, Buck Weaver was 3 for 4. Ray Schalk gets the championship-winning hit with the big RBI. Kerr's going to get the win. Fisher gets the loss. It was a heck of a game. Weaver and Jackson both had triples. It was unbelievable as Ray Schalk comes in, wins the championship for the Chicago White Sox. We end the series, and let's take a look now at the stats. These are the final stats for the 1919 World Series. You'll see there, the White Sox win it 5-4. They go the whole distance. Took them all the way. All the way. Let's take a look at some of the other players. Now let's take a look at the team stats. And I think we need the player stats, don't we? Let's see here. Let's see. We got to find out where we're trying to find out here. Let's go back to, league stats, standings, league leaders. Here you go. Well, Eddie Collins batted .406 for the White Sox. Ed Roush batted .389. Collins also scored the most runs. Ed Roush had the most hits in the series, but Collins had the most hits for the White Sox. So, who are we going to, and let's take a look, and that's the league leaders. Let's take a look at the pitching here real quick. I got to get to the pitchers. In ERA, Slim Sally of Cincinnati had the lowest ERA for the Reds. Chakotay had the lowest ERA, 1.0. In wins, Chakotay had 2 wins. Who would you give the MVP to? I look at this very simple, and I'm going to choose Eddie Collins. Eddie Collins is my choice for the World Series MVP. He was just amazing in this series. He batted so well, according to his stats, and I'm going to give it to him and the Chicago White Sox. I hope that the ghosts of all the White Sox players here will now be able to rest knowing that they truly were, maybe they truly were, the best team in baseball. I came within basically pretty much a few outs, a game of winning the championship for the Reds by beating them. But the White Sox come away with the big championship. Eddie Collins, White Sox, my choice for World Series MVP. Well, everybody, that's it. The 1919 World Series is over. We got a whole bunch more replays coming up that I intend to do. I've already done a 1920. So we're now going deeper into the live ball era. We're going to start seeing home runs fly all over the wall. The live ball era basically went from 1920 to about the war years, 1939 and 1940. I will do more World Series replays, and my next World Series replay is going to be David versus Goliath. I'll let you guys kind of figure that out, which next World Series replay I'll do when we get there. Everybody, again, thanks for watching. It was a lot of fun to do this. I wish my Reds could have pulled it out, but you got to give it to the better team, and in this case, it was the White Sox. So, everyone, once again, the final score here from Comiskey. The White Sox beat the Reds 2-1. The White Sox win the series 5-4. The Chicago White Sox are the 1919 World Series champions. Thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like. I'll see you next time on Strat-o-matic Replay. Night, everybody.